Hi, my name is Mark Johnson, and thank you for taking the time to get to know me a little bit better. First of all, my philosophy. Why do I do what I do? I have a personal belief that healthy workplaces improve society. And the way I justify this is that if you have had to endure a toxic workplace, then you know the cost of that. The cost to your relationships, the cost to your future prospects, the cost to your mental and physical health all show up when there's a toxic workplace situation. What I try to do is help teams and leaders make those changes to improve that workplace so that employees are having a better experience. And that better experience that of being innovative, of being able to be yourself in the workplace, of being able to see how you are being productive and making a difference changes our society. I grew up in Reading, Pennsylvania, which is about 63 miles west of Philadelphia. And Reading was kind of a small coal rail town, very poor. And to increase the odds of my prospects, what I did was I joined the Navy. And joining the Navy, I knew was going to be a life-changing experience, but I didn't see it happening in the way I thought. First, of course, was my appreciation for teams and leaders and how dangerous it is when you don't have either. And the second was that this situation, my first duty station happened to be Ardgency, Newfoundland, Canada. And that was the first time I'd been exposed to communities that really the value was what can you do for others over what you can gain by yourself. And that changed me because I had never really experienced that in that scale before. And so my father he talked a lot about that, and he dedicated a lot of his life to his community. And so that combination of my father, that experience, finding out the importance of teamwork and leadership and how great it is when it's done well and how dangerous it can be when it's not, really guided me into what I do now. My education started in psychology, and I did a lot of work with youth in the justice system, in the medical system, in the psychiatric system. And those who work with youth, I think maybe realize that for me, that there was a time when I had to stop doing that type of work. It was hurting my heart. It was frustrating to see young people in those situations and feel a little powerless about what I could do. So when I moved to British Columbia, where I currently live, I started to really focus on career, leadership, and coaching. And so really trying to create those environments where people could flourish. And I really believe that my skill set, my approach, works well with teams who are struggling, and I really try to move those to good, and teams that are good and moving those to great. Because the work looks similar. If you're a great team and you want to remain great, you have to work at it. And if you're a struggling team and you want to be great, you have to work at it. But it all works around leadership, communication, self-regulation, planning, and really knowing who you are in these situations. And this is why I tend to show up the way I do. I don't believe that, learning should be a dry situation. I don't believe that I show up in an inauthentic way to prove a point for people to learn. I believe that I create an atmosphere where people can be their best selves. Because another piece of my philosophy is, yes, we have bad hires. And yes, we've hired people and put them in the wrong positions. But most of us generally just want to be better than when we arrived. We want to be richer financially. We want to be richer socially. And we want to be richer intellectually. I create and deliver workshops that are a positive experience for the attendees. A moment to reflect on the work, learn new skills, and hopefully, laugh a little bit. As a father of 5 brilliant and successful children and 4 beautiful grandchildren, I am doing my part in creating an environment and a society where they can flourish. And this is the energy that I bring into my work. So hopefully you got to know a little bit about me, why I do it, why I enjoy it, why it's a passion place for me, and how I can help you create your teams and your leaders in that same vein. Take care.